yeah. Step onto the playground, feel the energy.
Welcome to the Podcast Playground, where podcasters come to play. My guest today, I know y'all don't know because y'all can't see, but my guest today is no other than Lee. What's up, man?
What's happening, my man?
Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Who is Lee?
Lee is a guy that have a broad imagination, and I don't go by the script. That's who I am. At the end of the day, I'm also a certified chef. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't. Man, let me tell you. If you come on this show and you say you're a chef, don't leave my table empty. I didn't get this way by not eating. Just saying. So you're a chef, you're a videographer, you're a filmmaker. What made you go down the line of film?
Well, for the first time, I'm going to say on this show that I was actually ripped off from a past project about 3 years ago. And I said to myself, I need to learn the craft about film and cinematography, script writing, and things of that nature. And I went to Full Sail University. I graduated valedictorian of my class.
Oh, man, congratulations.
Yes.
Because that takes work.
Yes.
That ain't no short feat, let me
Right.
tell you.
And I learned the craft, and I just wanted to be natural and creative and, with my own style, things like that.
You want to bring forth your own vision and be able to share your vision with as many people out there as possible.
That's correct. I like to shoot like real life stories and what's going on in the world. Documentaries, that's my thing.
So what is like your drive in finding your clientele in order to be able to shoot this stuff? Do you just kind of like envision it and then go tell the story, or do you try to find people who kind of mesh with your thought process in that story?
Over the last 6 years, I was doing I am doing a podcast called Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. And I've interviewed several celebrities from John Amos to JJ, you name it, Dr. Umar. And I've already have the clientele, and a lot of times they contact me. And I've also filmed for David Banner.
Oh, man.
Yes. And over the last 6 years, I put the work in, and most folks come to me, and we just put it together and get the vision.
Oh, so you bring that revision to a reality.
Right. That's
like
correct,
it.
yes.
I like it.
Yes.
Oh, man, that is awesome. So I see how you slid in under the tree.
Yes.
Let's go underneath the tree real quick.
Okay.
Tell the people about your podcast. Like, first of all, what motivated you to even get into podcasting?
Well, I am from South Carolina, and when a lot of folks get off to go to work or get off from work, they go under the tree and tell lies, drink, and tell jokes. And in the wintertime, they have like barrels and they burn a fire. So I call it Let's Talk Under the Tree. You can be yourself, and you never know what you're going to hear.
You don't.
Right.
You don't know what you're going to hear.
And one thing led to another, and it's been successful. It's all over the United States,
Oh, that is
overseas, everywhere. And so I just used that podcasting to the film world, actually. And, we went from there, me and my co-host T. Smalls, and I'm here today. That's exactly what happened.
Man,
right.
Ain't gonna lie, that's pretty dope.
Right.
That's pretty dope. That ain't no small feat.
Right.
Especially to hit the guest clientele that you had on your show.
Yes.
That's no small feat.
And I appreciate it. And it just went from there, and one thing led to another. I'm getting ready to start up season 2. We're in the works for that.
Okay.
Yes.
So when do you think you're gonna get your season 2 up and rolling?
It'll be ready in 2 weeks.
Oh man, look at you.
Yes. Yes.
They hit the drag strip and went down it real quick.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yes.
So we're going to open the door on room 222.
I like that.
What inspired you to go down that path to put that out?
It's called Echo of 22. I was on a job with a previous employer, and I bought a bracelet that said 22 a day. And I didn't know exactly what they were talking about, but it's about 22 veterans that commit suicide a day. And it's called Echo of 22 because a lot of veterans are silent with it. They give a lot of clues, and a lot of veterans are laughed at about their mental health situation. And when a regular civilian does it, it's okay. You can have road rage or whatever the case may be. It's still a mental health condition. But when a veteran does it, it's always a problem. And I wanted to bring awareness on that situation. That's why I came up with the film that is on Tubi called Echo of 22. It's about PTSD, suicide, and episode 2 is going to be fire. You might even cry on that one. Stand by.
See? Look, you heard it here first.
Yes.
So if you sit at home when you see episode 2 and you start crying, he already told you. He told you. Go ahead and get your Kleenex out. It's your fault if you don't have it. I'm just saying.
Yes. That's right.
So I want to say one, that's admirable, the fact that you're putting that out there, because people have to be vulnerable enough to want to tell their stories. So it's admirable that you're putting it out there for people to see in your own style, in your own way, and using your own creative vision to make it happen.
Yes. What gives me a lot of good luck when someone tells me it don't make any sense, thank you, and I win a film festival selection every time.
But it's like this. When you look out there to all the folks on the internet, or you look to all the people out there in your world, there's something out there for everybody.
Yes.
And there's some things aren't for everybody, some things are for everybody. But one thing, you're going to have somebody who's going to like it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the key.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you need good with bad in order to find balance, because it takes both. So going into your Echo of 22, how is that going?
Talking about episode 2? Oh, that's going immaculate. Yeah, I'm going to be on the news station. It's going to be on the probably Amazon Prime, and also I'm going to be on another podcast sometime in April.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going really well.
Well,
Yes.
well, once again, congratulations, because like I said before, one, putting people's stories out there and putting it out there to the point where they're vulnerable enough to tell it so others can see it is no easy feat.
And another thing, it's a female's going to be in episode 2. She had 5 suicide attempts. I didn't believe it at first, but I did some research on her, and I seen the news clip, and it was amazing that someone would have 5 suicide attempts and still live.
It is, but luckily it was not her time.
Yes.
And she was able to work through that PTSD to find a sense of balance, because nobody wants to lose a loved one.
Yes.
You want to create something that people will want to watch, and something that's relatable to anybody, depending on situations. And I think you've done that.
I appreciate it. And it's another female's going to be on there. She said she took a bunch of pills, and it just so happened that she woke up, but that was not the plan.
That was not her plan.
Yes.
Well, when you try to go and you can't, and it's not your time to go,
Yes.
you still gonna be here trying to go.
Yes.
But luckily, there are all sorts of different outlets out there that people can reach out to in order to get that help they need. I suggest you get it, because suicide, not the way to go. Not the way to go, because you don't hurt yourself, you hurt the ones you left. So
Yes.
it's admirable that you're telling these folks' story and giving them a chance to help other people who
Yeah.
can relate to it.
Correct. And some of the people that's contacted me, I had no idea. It was like, whoa, you too? Yes.
I mean, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, PTSD is not something that's just bound to military people. There are PTSD bound to almost anybody.
Yes.
But it's great to be able to tell it from the side of those who served, because sometimes if you don't tell it, who will?
I'm going to tell you something you're probably not familiar with. It's a lot of males in the military that get raped by women.
I tell you what, that's definitely a different movie. That's probably 26.
Yeah.
That's Echoes of 26. So be on the lookout 2029 for Echoes of 26.
Yeah, it's true.
But I was, up until I found out that there was a battered men's shelter, I had no idea that even existed.
Yes.
If you don't set yourself up for that environment, you have to actually bump into somebody who goes through those things and hope that they tell you about it. And that way you can either work with them to try to get them help, or they can work through it and try to get the help they need. But funny enough, what made you want to start a series in PTSD?
PTSD is the silent killer, and it's a big issue right now. I grew up in South Carolina, like I said, and old school, like a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we were told to keep your mouth shut, don't say nothing. Even in church, you get your head popped, hand popped, you make a little noise. And I wanted adults around my age or a little older, maybe slightly younger, that you do have a voice. You can talk, and it's okay to tell someone about your problems. and not be looked at that you're crazy or something is wrong with you. And that's what, really made me do it.
Oh,
And
man.
when I found out the stats about the veterans killing themselves on a daily basis, it was kind of sad.
Man, now, are you going to integrate that into your podcast?
Yes.
So
Yes, I
when
am.
you do your season 2, is that going to be part of your like a series within the podcast?
Yes. Yes. I'm actually going to be doing some filming this week with some veterans going to be coming out.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And I was very surprised that they want to do it.
After putting together, my documentary and talking to, because I come from a military family, but after talking to several different veterans, and my brother's a veteran as well, so was my grandfather and several of my cousins. After talking with all of them and talking to people who were not related to me, they're great. Like anything in life, there are great times, there's highs and there's lows. And through the wonderfulness of a podcast, you get to tell those stories in life, whether it's under the tree
That's right. Yep.
or it's through echoing of 22.
That's correct.
So that's pretty boss.
One of my friends, he told me about, I would say 3 weeks ago, he said, you know what, man, I've been knowing you a long time. And a lot of veterans, we hide stuff. They said, he said, I know something about you your family don't know. I've seen you at your highest and I've seen you at your lowest. And I thought about it. I said, you know what, man, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I said, you know what? I was hiding some things too. And he know it all. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I think those closest to us get to see both sides of us.
Yes.
I'm not going to say that nobody ever sees the real you, because there's somebody going to see the real you, whether they want to or not.
Yeah. You got to give me some, you're right about that.
Woo, and it's ironic because
Yes.
you try to suppress it, but they can read the signs on it.
Yes.
So that is crazy. So then, Mr. Chef, what made you get into the kitchen like that? What took you down that road?
Well, of course, I have brothers and sisters, and you start off in the country making pork and beans and sausage and rice,
Yep.
of course. You don't know nothing about that.
Wow. To tell you think I don't.
And I went to a couple professional schools. One of them is in St. Augustine. I don't know if it's the same name, St. Augustine Culinary Institute. I don't know if they have that school still around. And I just perfected my craft. I'm very competitive, actually. My co-host knows that on Let's Talk Under the Tree. Nobody else knows that about me. I always wanted to be the best, whether it's podcasting, filming, or whatever it is. That's just me. I don't compete against anybody.
Well, you should always want to be
Right.
the best.
That's just who I am. And I just wanted to be the best. I can bake, whatever you need to do. I mean,
See, that's what I'm talking about. You should always, no matter what you do, I don't care if it's bicycling, writing your alphabet, whatever you do,
Right.
the best competition is you.
That's correct.
So I'm the same way. When I compete, I'm always competing against myself, because I don't see the other person as my competition, because
Right.
at the end of the day, I have to be satisfied with what I did.
Right.
So, me, myself, I love to bake. I love to barbecue. We put a gourmet kitchen in this house. So that way I could hopefully transfer that stuff to my children.
Okay.
Then, it's that level of creativeness. Like you said, you went all the way culinary. And, I mean, that ain't no easy feat either, because that's a lot of work.
Most culinary people, from my experience, they can make anything out of whatever. You just put it together. Right. I'm sure you can relate to that.
Yeah, they build levels.
Yes.
They start out building
Yep.
the flavors, and then they check it along the run, because not everything come out great.
Yep.
So you got to check it as it goes. They don't just put it on a plate and hope it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I hope this tastes good. I ain't going to eat it first, though.
Right. That's right.
So
I have a trivia question for you.
go for it.
If you bought a pack of smoked turkey wings or turkey necks
No,
in the store,
no.
what would you make with it?
I would not buy smoked turkey wings in the store or any of that, because I build pits in my spare time whenever I get bored.
Uh-huh.
And I would prefer to do it myself. But, I mean, what I would probably do is probably debone it, get me a nice saucepan, start with some fresh onions, bell pepper, garlic, a little bit of, what are they called, mushrooms, get a roux going, drop that smoked turkey down in that roux, and then I'm going to get me a nice thing of butter rice.
Stop talking.
I'm going to put it all in the same pan, and I guarantee ain't nothing gonna be left but the pan.
You passed the trivia question.
I'm
Yep.
just saying,
Yep.
we gonna make it do what it do. We gonna sprinkle a little pepper, a little salt, and we gonna do a little flavor testing.
Yes.
So, what was a dish that you really like creating that you feel like is something you can have constant if you wanted it?
Stew chicken. Yeah. You
So
ever had stew chicken and grits?
I have not.
Yes. Some good old stew chicken.
So I guess what I'm hearing, y'all, is next time he come on the show, it's gonna be some stewed chicken and grits. Now I'm not gonna share it with y'all because once again I ain't get this shape by sharing, but I will let y'all know it'll be just a plate left.
Yes, sir.
Well, shoot, I gotta say, tell our wonderful viewers, one, where they can see your podcast, and then also let them know where to go find 22 because we need to echo that.
Echo of 22 is now streaming on Tubi, and you can find my podcast on YouTube. It's called Let's Talk Under the Tree Podcast. That's me right there.
Awesome.
I'm easy to find.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
So y'all heard him. He wasn't even playing with it. You know where you can find him, and if you can't hear the echo, you on the wrong channel. 21 is the wrong channel. You got to go to 22 to hear the echo.
That's right.
So don't play with it.
That's right.
And there'll be a round 2.
Yes.
So with round 2, you ain't got to worry. It's going to echo as well.
That's right.
So I must say, you're so multifaceted between the podcasting, directing your documentary on PTSD, and the culinary skills. I think this is the most out there you've been.
Pretty much. And I also get asked a lot about, do I actually write scripts? It comes to my head from God, basically, each scene. But I sit on that scene and I don't shoot it until I feel it.
Okay.
Yes, I got to feel the scene first.
So you go off emotions.
Yes.
Okay.
I got to feel it, and that's when I shoot it.
And that's a good thing because when you're doing this, you have to tell it artistically how you see it.
Correct.
Because you're the director, you're the writer, you're the videographer, you're the whole package.
Yes.
So the product has to be what you want.
That is correct. Of course, I don't think he mind me saying his name. Mike Batiste is my mentor.
I got to admit, that's a cool dude.
Yes.
That is a cool dude. Between all these folks that I've met that's been on the playground, that's got the play on here, I can't wait until he gets his bionic Mr. Bionic knee up and going.
Oh my.
So he could come over here and play on the playground as well. Because once again, creativeness is what drives the future.
Right. That is correct.
So that was the main purpose of the playground, was to bring creative minds together. And I've met some really interesting creative minds. Because look at you.
Yes.
You're here on the playground and
Yes.
you're multifaceted.
Yes. One thing about Mike Batiste, he taught me the science of filmmaking and cinematography. So I got to give the man his credit.
We all got somebody to look up to.
I
bro.
can't take it from him. We don't agree on everything, but I got to give the man. I got to give the man his credit. So.
Yeah, and like I said before, when you have somebody who is there for you, and your team is around you, no matter what you do, then yeah, big up your team every time. It's well worth it.
And even though that, I graduated film school, I still had to have a mentor. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be sitting here today. True story.
You know what? God has funny ways of bringing people together.
Yes.
And I'm glad that those two ships met and y'all were able to bring it to port.
That's right.
You like that, Mr.
I like
Navy.
that. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Mr. Army and Navy seen the ports and came in together.
Yes. That's right.
So with that being said, do you have a Facebook or Instagram?
My Facebook is Pastor Palmer.
Okay.
P-A-S-T-A-H-P-A-H-M-A. Pastor
Palmer.
Yes, that's my Facebook.
That is boss.
Yes.
So y'all heard the man, Pastor Palmer.
Yeah.
Now don't go on there and talk about 26.
Yeah.
I already told y'all they ain't coming out to 27, which is a different episode.
Right.
So with that being said, as always, man, I want to first thank you for coming on the playground, and you're always welcome to come back. As creative minds should always be creative together and always create.
Anytime, I appreciate you having me.
For
Appreciate
sure.
it.
And with that being said, y'all know what I'm going to say. Thank you for coming to Play on the Playground, where podcasters come to play and the creative minds never lay.